Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I thought I would end off this journal with me with a flip through of my November pages, since today it's the 27th, so November is pretty much over and most of my journal is complete for the month, so I thought it would be a good time to show you everything I filled out in November. So that is what we're gonna do to end off this video. I'll start at the beginning with my monthly calendar. I set up the same calendar as last month, so it looks pretty similar. The only difference I did here was I actually recorded all my future events and dates in my calendar instead of using like a digital calendar, because I wanted to try something fully analog this month and see if it would work for my personal bullet journal, and it did. So I think I'm gonna continue to do this next month. I also did a bit of a different task list this month. I have one page for projects and then I made a second page for tasks, and I was gonna do an Alistair method list and like turn the page and try something like that, and then I decided I don't really like having to turn my journal. I like all my pages in the same orientation. Sounds kind of weird, but yeah, that's that's just me. So instead of trying to break down my projects by date, I thought I would try something different. So I broke down my projects into a list of projects, and then for individual things, so individual tasks, I broke those down on the right. And I really liked this view. I thought it was good for keeping track of things I had to do, but also it's cool seeing things that I was working on during the month. So yeah, this was different for me, but I think I'm gonna continue this into December as well. So then the rest of the month, here are my daily logs for November. They look pretty simple. I like to keep them really straightforward and easy to set up. I stamp all of my dates at the beginning of the month, so all I have to do at the beginning of the day is just write down my list, and I think you guys saw that for today, which is Sunday the 27th. That was kind of a look at how I would go about daily logging for the day. So yeah, I just kind of write down my list and keep it really straightforward and easy so that I can commit to doing it every day and it doesn't take a lot of time. I kept doing my cutouts. I paste these in from my Sora calendar, which looks like this. It's kind of crazy because it's almost done. It goes until December, so we just have almost over a month left, and then I have to buy a new calendar for 2023, but I've been really liking pasting in the pages that have like special illustrations, and I did that as well. I usually just glue them in, which makes the pages a little weird and crinkly, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. I like how it makes the page feel used. I feel like a lot of stuff I write in here is like the food I'm eating and the TV shows that I'm watching, but I don't know, I really like looking back on that kind of stuff. On this day, I put in a washi tape cutout from a La Dolce Vita washi tape, and then yeah, this one's cool too. This is Pisces, the fish. And in case you are wondering, the QR code comes on the page with the calendar for that day, and when you scan it, it shows you more information on the constellation. So that's why I glue this in, because I think it would be cool, you know, like later in like a different year when I'm looking back on this, to be able to scan these QR codes and learn more about the constellation happening that day. This is the one I think I did with you guys today. I didn't have enough room to fit this guy on the day it happened, which was November 23rd. So I still put the QR code in the top right corner, but because I had more room on the 24th, I just moved it over. And I'll do that sometimes for days when I have that situation where I've written so much that I can't fit both the constellation and the writing. And I know it's technically not happening on the 24th, but I feel like it's close enough that it makes sense to me. So that's kind of all I've daily logged for today. I'll probably write more as the day goes on. I'm gonna write down actually right now that I started watching the show Wednesday, which is the Wednesday Addams show on Netflix. And I'm a really big fan of the Addams Family movies. I love watching them every Halloween. And so I was curious to see how the show would be. And I heard Megan Rhiannon say that they were good, which made me feel a bit comforted because I was not sure if it would be very good. And that would make me kind of sad because Wednesday's such a good character in the movies. But so far I've seen one episode and it's quite good so far. So yeah, I wanted to write that down too so that I have that logged out for later. Oh, by the way, in case you were curious about how I mark my pages, I use this book dart here. This is something that I got from a stationery store in Toronto. I just got one for free because they were handing out individuals as like free items, but you can get like packs of 20 or I think even 50 or 100 on Amazon. I might actually order some more for myself because they're helpful for putting in books because you can put the point of the marker on the line you're reading so you can find your place on the page when you're opening the book again, which I think would be very helpful because I'm really bad at finishing or stopping my book reading session midway through the page, and then when I go back I have to reread the entire page and it's a little bit disorienting. So I'll maybe order some. This is the gold one, by the way. It's just very patinaed because it's 2 or 3 years old, so it looks brown now. This is my notes page. I have some notes that I've written down here, a sticky note, some videos I want to do. I'm not doing that one anymore, but I don't know, I just put on sticky notes because I change my mind a lot about what I'm gonna film, so I like to move things around. And then this is the latest note. This is my favorite. I started playing Pokemon Violet and I thought it would be cool to do a little play log just to mark down the different things I did during the play session that I thought were memorable. In this game, there's a lot of different badges and like journeys or quests you can do. So I don't know, I thought it would be kind of cool to look back and see like which badges I got when and just kind of the progression that I took through the game. So I've been writing this out and I'll probably migrate this into my next journal because as you can see, I'm out of pages. So I will be starting a new journal, a new book in December. So there will be a couple notes that I'll be moving over and just putting them into my December note page collections like this one. But besides that, that is kind of how November turned out for the month. Let me know how November was for you. Did you watch anything? Are you watching Wednesday? Are you enjoying it? Please no spoilers down below, I beg you. And yeah, I hope that your November was good. And I will be setting up my new book soon for December. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do a plan with me and show you guys the process or just do a flip through. Let me know what you would prefer. That actually would be very helpful because I kind of have moved my filming setup. This is actually my desk. Before I was filming on a bed with a piece of wood on top of my duvet, which was fine but not ideal for any type of like journaling session like this one. But now I have a filming setup where I can journal very easily, so it might be less difficult to set up my journal on camera. So if that is something you want to see, let me know so I know that it's worth the time to sit down and film everything. So yeah, let me know about that. Besides that, I think that is kind of the end of the video, the end of the flip through. I hope you had a good November. I did. and I'm really looking forward to December because in Canada we get a lot of snow, and I'm gonna put up my Christmas lights, and it's gonna be all that kind of fun, festive stuff that I always look forward to doing. So I hope you have a good start to December as well, and yeah, I will see you guys later, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.